belt back on. The adjuster you pull up, and it's way down in the bottom. You stick this wrench end in. There's a little square hole down here in the bottom. Way back here. It's a big long dude right here. And the bottom. That's the one. You pull this up and it loosens the belt off of everything. You don't have to pull it up real far. You loosen the whole thing off and you have to redo the whole deal. I didn't have to do all that. All I had to do was pull it off of this one to work on it. And I just laid it kind of under it. So you lift that up. Make sure all these go in the grooves. It's got to fit exactly right, or you'll chew the devil out of the belt. And make sure it's the right pattern. If you had to take it all the way off. I didn't take mine all the way off. I got these bolts all tightened up. Just hand tighten them as much as you can. Not too much because it'll strip it out. And I use this size wrench to get in here and get the longest screwdriver we can. I wish I would have double that length, but I don't have it with me right now. And that's how you hold these bolts down in here while you tighten these up or loosen them, whichever you're doing. Right now we're putting it all back together. I got the belt on. I'm gonna open my bleeders. I'm gonna open my radiator and that box over there. Put a bunch of 50/50 antifreeze in there. And then I gotta start running it. I'm gonna tap it a couple times to make sure my belt's on straight. Because otherwise it'll tangle itself up and eat itself. And the engine will still run with no belt, but it'll overheat bad, burn it up. So, I'm going to fill these up and then start bleeding the engine off. You have to get it to operating temperature to bleed the engine off. And you loosen these only a little bit. They're brass, so don't strip them. Don't do them too tight or anything, and don't lose the screw. They're $20 each if you lose a screw, if your parts house has it. So you have to get it to operating temperature, and then it'll start shooting air out and a little bit of antifreeze, and then finally it'll just be antifreeze running out. And yes, it's going to smell because it's running down the side of the engine and burning. It smells like burning Barbie dolls. But you have to get all that air worked out. And then tomorrow I'll probably bleed it again, just to make sure I got no air pockets. I did not empty the whole system. I wanted to change this lower hose out, as I have it, but I don't have time. I just want to at least get that water pump in. I can flush it again. Because this has a system, the cooling and heating system runs all the way to the back of the van. So you really, bleeding it, flushing it out more than once is good. Because it gets the trash out of the heater core and everything. So, I'll see you later. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching. So, at the longest it should take you 3 hours, but if you're really grooving along, it'll take about an hour. And it's not a big hurry deal, trust me. Alright, you have a great one. Have a blessed day. Big Red loves you. Don't break